back after that short break, and we will now listen to our guest of honor for today. We have with us Dr. Indrajit Bhattacharya, who is the Director at National Accreditation Board of Education and Training, Quality Council of India, Ministry of Commerce and Industry. He has over 30 years of varied experience across industry, government, and academia. His contributions have been in healthcare, IT, education, and skill training, besides industry competitiveness sector. Presently, he is also steering the Lean Manufacturing Competitive Scheme of the Ministry of Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprises for driving quality in the MSME sector. He has led initiatives to drive the Industry 4.0 in the MSMEs of the country through MOMSME. GCPT is proud to have you with us today in the summit, sir. Over to you.
So thank you, Dr. Stanklas. I'm happy to be participating today in this very important event on sustainable industry 4.0. So
You
I'm
can go
happy
on
to participate
slideshow
in this
mode.
track of building resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and foster innovation. This is through the lean manufacturing and industry 4.0, which is leading to sustainable automation. You know, you had just called in Mr. Vinamra Mishra, who was here a while ago before I am speaking. So he gave you the overview of all the initiatives which the ministry has taken towards this sustainable automation, and lean manufacturing is only a part of what he mentioned, right? So let me take you to this segment of lean manufacturing initiatives. But before that, let me introduce what Quality Council of India is. And we were set up in 1997 by Government of India. That is under the Department of Promotion for Industrial Policy and Internal Trade, as well as the three industry associations, which is ASSOCHAM, CII, and FICCI. We are a non-profit organization body and is established as a national accreditation body to lead quality movement by undertaking national quality campaign. So our chairman, who is on the right-hand side top, you can see is Mr. Adil Zainul Bhai, who spent 34 years in McKinsey before he was nominated as by the Honorable Prime Minister of India in 2014. Mr. Adil Zainul Bhai is an alumnus of IIT Bombay and Harvard, top 2 business and engineering schools. Then we have our Secretary General, Dr. R.P. Singh, who is an alumnus of BHU as well as Western University, Canada, and appointed as a Secretary General by the Minister of Commerce. So what we are doing is in the next. Okay, so this is the organizational structure of Quality Council of India. We have, as I said, we are an assessments and evaluation and accreditation body. So we have 4 boards, which is shown here on the left. One is for the calibration of labs, one is for the calibration of hospitals, hospitals and healthcare providers. Then we have this board for certification bodies, and I come from the board from education and training. We have also a quality promotion board. Then under the special projects group, we have the PPID, which is project planning and implementation division, the PAD, which is the project analysis and documentation division, and the zero defect and zero effect division, which was explained by Mr. Vinamra Mishra in the previous deliberation. So we have the 10 technology disruptors, which you all know of, which are a part of the industry 4, which is 5G, Internet of Everything, artificial intelligence and machine learning, robotics, cyber security, edge or the cloud, and additive manufacturing, the virtual or augmented reality, autonomous drones, and the open source technologies. These are the 10 technology disruptors which are a part of Industry 4.0. And using these disruptors in the field of quality makes it Quality 4.0 according to the American Association of Quality. So in the lean manufacturing, what we are trying to do in lean manufacturing is removing the waste from the customer order to the product shipment, and making the time shorter and improving the basically elimination of waste and improvement of your resource efficiency, improving of the resource. What are the 8 forms of waste that we are talking about? The defects, the overproduction, the waiting time, the non-utilization of talent, the transportation, the inventory, the motion, and extra processing. So this is the first step of quality in the manufacturing process that is done. And since 2014, we have been implementing this scheme of Ministry of MSME, and we have reached about more than 2,000 MSMEs in the country. So the objective of the lean scheme, as you can see, is the improving the competitiveness of the MSME sector, improving the quality by elimination of waste, reducing the time, and reducing the total cost of production. So 94 clusters completed this 18 months journey, and about 768, you can see on the left, on the bottom row, completed this journey, and there was a return on investment of 7 times, because 80% of the consultant fee was borne by the ministry, and only 20% was taken care by each of the participating unit, MSME. So you can see the kind of savings, the total scheme of 94 clusters made, 193 crores were saved by these 768 clusters. Each cluster were between 4 to 10 units. So if we talk about the entire scheme development which happened, is the improvement of the 5S score from 15 to about more than 50%, about 10 lakhs savings, average savings only through scrap and unwanted items. There was a space utilization which was seen as an average of 660 square feet in each of the MSMEs. The overall equipment effectiveness saw 17% of savings, inventory reduction of 33%, and kaizens were implemented per cluster with average single minute exchange of dies with 30 to 40 minutes of saving per setting. This is one case study to show that a loss-making company which had losses of minus 3% went to 12% profit post implementation of lean. And this is what the statement from the managing director says, that we are thankful to the Mumbai DI, which is the Directorate of Industries, and especially to QCI for their effort to bring us in a lean cluster with these tools which are shown here as 5S, cellular layout, kaizens, kanban, poka-yoke, with an average savings of 62 lakhs, which was seen post implementation of lean. If this is a consolidated slide to show the benefits of lean which happened, with, as I told you, the 80% of the consultant fee was supported by the ministry and 20% was paid by the unit owner, which saw higher productivity, quality improvements, improved customer satisfaction, reduced cost, enhanced profitability, increased overall equipment effectiveness, reduced lead times, reduced space requirements, and increased overall equipment effectiveness and reduced wastages. So this is one slide to show that this is from the Boston Consulting Group, which shows that lean and Industry 4.0 are mutually enabling. And if both are implemented together or post lean, optimization alone is 15 to 20%. And with Industry 4.0, another improvement of cost reduction is between 10 to 15%, with a total implementation of both would lead to 40% cost reduction. So obviously, it makes sense that Industry 4.0 is implemented post-lean. And these are the steps as per the Aachen University, Germany, of digitalization and then riding on to the Industry 4.0 wave. That post-lean, one must ensure that the factory floor goes for computerization, for connectivity, and then moves on to these 4 steps of visibility, transparency, predictive capability, and adaptability. That means to have kind of what is happening, that is seeing what is happening in the factory, making the thing which is a descriptive analytics, prescriptive analytics, and then predictive analytics to ensure that the downtime of the factory is at very low and the optimization of resources is very high, and we do get optimal resource efficiency of all the resources which are used. This is a slide to just give you a picture of the difference between digitization and digitalization. So I'll just take you back in 1989 when I was working with Siemens. I was a cath lab engineer there, and we had to go through voluminous physical books for tracing the circuit diagram for a fault, which is shown on the left hand side. And post digitization, which happened, this entire volumes of books were digitized and put on a local computer, which we call it as on-prem. And when we call it as digitalization, that on-prem data has been taken to the cloud and through a gateway, and is now reachable with multiple modes of communication. It can be accessed through a mobile, it can be accessed through a notebook or on a laptop. So that is digitalization. So the SDG9, which talks about building resilient infrastructure and promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization and foster innovation, we are talking of automation, which will enhance quality and inequality, but sustainable automation will balance quality and equality. So what we mean to say is that we go for automation which is just the right automation, not blindly automate everything, because the consultant there has to do a balance on quality as well as equality. So we are supporting quality, the sustainable automation movement, in which this SDG9 circular economy, the 9 R's are to refuse, rethink, reduce, reuse, repair, refurbish, remanufacture, repurpose, recycle, and recover. So this also forms, as you must be knowing, it a part of Industry 5.0, which is not a revolution, it is an evolution, so that you try to reduce the wastage which is going in the earth. So these are the LMCS tools, the lean manufacturing tools, which forms the part of lean manufacturing, which is the 5S: visual control, the standard operation procedures, the just in time, the JIT, the Kanban, cellular layout, value stream mapping, the Poka-yoke or mistake proofing, single minute exchange of dies. These are the set of tools, the Kaizen Blitz, that is rapid improvement. So a new tool has been added, which is Jidoka, which is low cost automation, which partially automates the manufacturing process and reduce the defects. So this has been embraced, and the entire body of knowledge is being now provided at either zero cost or at very low cost by the Ministry of MSME, because the Ministry of MSME has realized that this entire body of knowledge needs to be given to the MSME, so that the MSME can understand the usefulness of lean manufacturing and to ride on to the digital part of it. So this goes in line with what Mr. Tagore said, the Nobel laureate, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free. He talks about the knowledge has to be free into that heaven of freedom. My father, let my country awake. So this philosophy is being followed by the Ministry of MSME, and this entire knowledge of lean and the stepping on to the Industry 4 wave, that is the going digital, is going to be given kind of, as I said, free as well as at low cost to the MSMEs when they go to the next wave, LMCS, which has been explained by Mr. Mishra, LMCS 2020 Lean Champion Scheme. So that was my last slide. So sustainable manufacturing is to be maintained through waste reduction, through process optimization, through energy efficiency, through eco-design, and through an industrial symbiosis. So educate some, you can change a lot. Educate many, you can change the world. So thank you very much for the organizers to share my thoughts with all of you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Indrajit. It was great having you with us today and to know about the schemes carried out at MOMSME, as well as the benefits of lean methodology for businesses. Thank you so much for joining us and looking forward to working with you.
Thank you.